Welcome to another installment of the Indie Showcase Romance Edition. Thanks everyone for being so patient as we got a bit of a late start. Real life happens, and we're real life people, so we have to tend to those things. I'm super excited to play Recollection with this weekend's guest, Quinn. Recollection is a game from designer Kazumi Chin, and if you enter the command Recollection into chat, you can see the itch link there. We can find out a little bit more. I want to make sure I get Kazumi's pronouns right here. Oh no, that's not what I want, Twitter. There we go. You can see Kazumi's their game on itch. Quinn and I will be playing the game and learning it at the same time. So bear with us. Thanks everyone again for your patience. Super excited to do this. So since we are running a little bit behind and we do have a hard stop for this particular time block, I'm just going to go ahead and get us rolling. One of the there's two reasons why I run programming during this time, which is difficult to gain eyes on. One is to showcase indie games because I love indie games, and I want people to see them. Two, because I want us to be consistently fundraising here on Variant Rolls. So, if you enter the command donate, I believe, right? For this particular block of programming for all these different sorts of like romance and love related games, we are fundraising for the Trevor Project. And you can see more about that in the chat. And you can also click the link that takes you to our Tiltify campaign, which will allow you to donate basically directly to the project or to the nonprofit, versus like paying us and then we have to wait for the payout and then donate to them. So it just makes sure everything is nice and clean and works easily. Additionally, I'll be giving away a copy of the game. As usual, I try to give away copies of these when I can. And the command for that to enter the giveaway is hashtag memories, which I think it went in there. Yeah. Hashtag memories. You should get a notification letting you know that you entered the giveaway. And then you can try this game out for yourself if you like what you see us play through. Let me go ahead and introduce my lovely guest, Quinn. Tell us about yourself, your pronouns, where we can find you on the internet, and something you're excited about.
Yes, hi, hello. This was a strong start. I'm Quintastic with 3 N's because I'm like that. I am here a lot, actually. My pronouns are she, her. I am non-binary. I've already forgotten all the questions. I do the video games during the week, but I also do the tabletops. Something I'm excited about, shameless plug, on
Yeah.
October 1st, my stream DM debut, a Velvet Soiree, my little mini campaign, 6 sessions, will be premiering at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I am exploding about it constantly. So,
Yay.
yeah.
We love to see it. Yeah, and that's here on Variant Roll. So tune in for that. Cool stuff. Okay, let's get started with our game then. Let me scroll up to page 1. Just to give you everyone sort of an idea as to the feeling or intent behind this game, I'm going to read sort of the opening, the about section. Recollection is a game about sifting through the memories of our lives together. To recollect is to perform the act of gathering again. It is the act of assembly, processing, of combing through all of that which is possible to remember. And it is also making meaning of those things. So recollection is an act of making as much as it is about remembering. This game then is about the process of remembering and what it means to return to the past once again, even after you've moved on. This game emerges from a space of mourning, of leaving behind. What if you were to gather together once again and sort through the memories you built together? What if you were able to, for one day, relive, in some way, those memories? Together we'll hold the negatives of our past up to the sunlight, falling into memory. We'll let ourselves return and build a story. this time with more clarity, this time with the added perspectives of others who were there. Recollection is a game about revisiting the past one last time, and in that revisiting, perhaps revising our perspectives and making them anew. So, Recollection is a game for 2 to 5 people. We have just 2 people today because I'm selfish and like to keep my friends to myself. And I don't want to share. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to play, which is great because that's exactly what this time block is. You need, for this game, a deck of cards, some index cards, and some writing utensils. Quinn and I will be working out of a Google spreadsheet in place of index cards. And Quinn has a cool Oracle deck that we'll see if we can use in the game. The game does recommend you read through it in advance, but because we're real people with real human lives, we didn't get a chance to do that, so we're going to be playing it with you all for the first time and reading through it. So to kick us off, I'll read the blurb that the facilitator will read. I think Quinn and I are basically going to facilitate this bad boy together. Together, we're going to create characters who know each other intimately, then tell the story of our lives together. To do so at the start of the game will determine both the beginning and end of our stories. The rest of the game will be exploratory, trusting ourselves to tell the story, the intervening months, seasons, years. And I probably should mention that fans of K-drama, this game takes a lot of inspiration from K-dramas. Okay. Let's go through character creation then. We're going to build our characters together. So we have our little spreadsheet. We can use my spreadsheet go too many times. There we are.
If that isn't a mood, I don't know what is.
That's the alert noise. What's that? Did we get what happened?
Oh. Did a thing do a thing?
I think so, but it's not showing me. There we are. Thank you for the donation. Anything Arax. We do have our little goal bar above. I haven't actually moved the goal. I'm only going to move the goal if we meet the goal. So help us meet that goal so I can ramp it up again for our next session. And yeah, #memories to enter the giveaway. So character creation. To begin, place an index card between you and, well, Quinn and I. So in the middle of the card, we'll work together to write down 1 or 2 traits that our characters share in common. This is something that makes us compatible. So I guess we use the same index card for this then. Does that seem right to you?
Let me scroll. Because there is that example. Yes.
Because it's the trait that we share.
Yes. Yes. Should we do names first?
I don't know. It doesn't mention doing names yet.
Okay.
So okay. So we'll write down 1 or 2 traits that our characters share in common. It does have a list included.
Mm-hmm.
That we could, yeah.
What are you feeling?
Oh, I get it. I guess that's when you would use your deck of cards. You could draw. So in the doc, there's like each trait is next to one of the like
a face card. Yeah.
Yeah. But also just pick if you need inspiration. In the middle of the card, write down what that we share in common. Okay. I made another tab for a shared card, I guess.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Trait we have in common. Perfectionist.
Okay, well, just fucking right to the heart then, Quinn. Oh boy.
here we go.
Here we are.
You saw me and Anders play Lightning Kiss.
I just that's exactly where my mind went. I almost said, okay, I guess this is Lightning Kissed again, but I was like, no, that's not going to
Hi,
mention it.
welcome, where I just know you as a person, apparently.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have Perfectionist added in there, and then add a little diamond. Do we want to add another trait, or is one enough?
You pick one.
Um. Oh, I'm trying to think of how to describe this. Um, a person who has a hard time speaking to their feelings. Like has the feelings, knows they have the feelings, but then like just holds on to them.
Why you gotta call me out? Why you gotta call me out? See, that's a feeling that I don't know the word for.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. We can make up a word for it.
I'm just I just don't look, I wonder if there's a word that's in this list already.
This is true.
Oh, perfectionist is in there.
Yeah, that's why I was like, got him.
No, I don't see one. I don't think.
Feelings. We're doing great, in the words of our Void Queen. What is it? There's got to be a word for that.
Yeah, we could use closed off for now, I guess. And then if we think of a
emotionally
better...
repressed.
But it's not like where you don't acknowledge that you have them. It's just like you're afraid to share them, or you expect the other person to catch on to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is probably like the most K-drama thing ever.
Yeah.
Pining?
Pining. Maybe.
Something like I don't know.
It's not quite, it's like too specific to just be like introverted maybe, but like
yeah. Okay, I'll put closed off for now, and then if we think of a
we all know what we mean.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna add a little diamond to the next of that if you want to.
Ow.
Next section.
Oh geez. Okay, so the next section is something you admire. So in the top corner of the side of Jason, so in one of the top corners, write a trait or two you admire about your partner. There should be something that you love about them. Draw a heart next to it. Let's see. We're perfectionists. We also have feelings. TM. Not like stoic, but like level-headedness. If that makes sense. Like the ability to keep your cool in like heated situations and just be like a rock.
So I think for this one, it would be for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put it on my card.
Yeah.
Okay. And that goes in the top corner. What was the trait you picked?
I just said level-headedness.
Okay. Level-headedness it is.
And then do I want to do a second one for you? Yeah, probably. I think you probably have a really good sense of humor.
Yeah. I'm funny. Or at least I'm funny to you. That's all that matters. Okay. I'll pick something for you then. Assuming this is how this works. Something I admire about you. You're easygoing and empathetic.
Reading me for Phil. Each begins. And then we draw a heart next to those.
Yeah.
What tab did I just accidentally go to? Oh dear God.
I'm just using like Google shapes to make it easy.
Oh God, hello. I just witnessed that appear on the dock.
Oh, I can't paste it though. Oh well.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's just like there.
All
What's
right.
next?
Something that
Some.
annoys you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Annoying traits are especially important to rom-coms, it says.
um,
Hmm. Excuse me. I get the little weird hiccup. Let's see.
that was amazing.
What's annoying about you?
Well, shit.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm gonna make something up. I mean, it's all made up. What? Tabletop. That's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I'm overthinking this. I think you take too long in the bathroom in the morning getting ready.
Oh my god. Okay.
And we live in such a small apartment.
What is the club symbol? I forget.
Clubs. They're the ones that look like clovers.
Are they? And
Yeah.
this. Okay.
And spades are the ones that are pointy.
All right. I'm gonna have to handle all this. Whoa. This looks
I
terrible.
support you.
Okay. Yeah, there was none. Okay. What did you say? I take too long? Take a
Yeah.
long
In the bathroom, getting
time
ready in the morning.
ready in our shared bathroom. So I guess we lived together at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick one for you. We can go back and forth. Um, I think that you can be stubborn.
What? I don't believe that for a second. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Do we do one or two? We do. Yeah. A trait or two. What else would be annoying about it?
It's just so funny hearing you say that out loud. Like I know it's in the context of the game, but it's still
Yeah.
funny.
um. I wanted to be like, I think you're stubborn, but uh. Shoot. Why is this the hard part?
I don't know.
You would think that the annoying parts would be easier. Um, we're just too nice to each other, I guess. I'm trying to think of what real life relationships are like.
It can also be something stupid. You know what I mean?
It could be something
Like
stupid.
silly. Like
Yeah.
one of those things where it's like, is that really annoying? Is that really going to make or break your relationship?
Yeah.
I will go.
Yeah, go ahead. Will I overthink everything in my life?
I think that you can also be brooding.
Call me out. Let's see.
You can also pull from that list too, if that helps.
Oh, you're right. There's a list.
Mm-hmm.
Plain. That's so mean.
Damn.
Yeah, right.
That's why it takes so long to get ready in the bathroom.
Oh, along with that, you're a bit flighty. You're a little oblivious.
Oh my God, Quinn! Stop!
It's like you were supposed to meet me for lunch an hour ago, and it's like, oh my god, I totally forgot.
Oh my God, my life. Okay, this is not meant to be real life or anything. Okay. So checking about consent, I'm good with the traits you assigned me.
I am good with the traits you've assigned me.
All right, let's move on to relationship details. So we've determined these basic traits. We're going to generate additional details. We will select or randomly draw a card and consult with a table to determine the kind of relationship we shared. Some of them are very trope heavy, so we can draw again if we aren't into it. Um, so we don't actually have like this must be what they mean by oracle that can is it possible to like to draw in the way that they're talking about with the deck that you have?
Um, not quite. If it were tarot, it's possible. The oracle deck comes in
Later.
later,
Oh, okay.
during like focus and like actual gameplay. For this, we could probably like roll dice for it or
Probably.
do random, like one of those like card generators on the internet.
Yeah.
That ye old interweb, uh, or just pick something we like.
True. True. How many of these do we do? Just as many as we want.
Good question. It says a card,
Okay.
but how many cards? Like a card once?
I guess we could just do as many as we wanted.
Yeah.
Also, I think that these actually go both of them. Okay, let's use the first tab then for our relationship instead, because
Okay. I see. Let's see. We could roll a d12. There are. Oh, but there are 13.
you could also just look up a dice roller and just
Also that.
roll anything.
I'm over here like, what can I do? Or 2 8s. That's 16. Um, just a lot of d4s. Let's see. Some of them are good though.
Yeah, if there's any that jump out to you, you're like, let's definitely do that. Because if you have an idea of like, I think it'd be fun to tell this kind of story, then
Yeah.
we can do that. I heard a little boop. We got somebody.
Little boop.
It's not showing the darn donation amounts though. Kevin, Smokebeard, thank you so much for your donation. Did we hit our goal? Almost. We are so close to our goal. $50 away from our goal. Or
Yay.
thereabouts. You can. Is that the command? Right. Exclamation point donate is the command to see the nonprofit that we're fundraising for today, the Trevor Project, which a lot of people are actually already familiar with. You can donate directly at the Tiltify campaign. Um, while Quinn thinks about relationship details and figures out how to roll for that. We're also playing Recollection by Kazumi Chin, which you can visit their itch page to see more about the game, including previews. It's a beautifully done game. Like the document and the layout and all that sort of work is excellent. Um, uh, and buy their game. Give them your money. Um, if you're not ready to make the leap for that, though, hashtag memories to enter into the giveaway. And I don't think I have very many people that have entered so far. Let me.
Oh, that one's good considering our traits. Oh no, we're gonna be Sundry AF. Well, I'm gonna be Sundry AF. But
Verify it.
oh man, that's the most K drama thing I've ever seen. Who was your fake hired romance?
Oh my gosh! Wow, for real. I don't even watch K dramas, but I already know.
I've seen enough TMs.
Right? Exactly.
uh,
Alrighty.
I've got it. Or at least the first one, if we want to do more.
Yeah, what is
Who
it?
who could you not admit that you love?
Oh my lord. Do not admit that you love.
Slow burn. Uh, give me that slow burn romance.
Yeah, fucking feed it to me with a spoon. Okay.
Let's see.
So this is helps determine the kind of relationship we shared with each other.
Right. Afterwards, brainstorm more detail is needed in order to make the relationship type make sense, and write them on another card between you. And then that's when we do name and pronouns.
Gotcha.
And the story of our relationship in very broad strokes. Uh, so I picked one from the first list, the black list. If you wanted to pick one maybe from the red list,
Sure.
that might help flesh it out a bit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Uh, I might end up redoing our index cards based on the image example on the next page, which is helpful. I was having a hard time visualizing what we were supposed to do with those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go and pick. Uh, oh. Oh my gosh. Who resented that you were the heir? Wow.
Hello, kid drama.
I know. um, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. Who. Who did you suspect despite what others said?
Okay.
Right.
I've already forgotten which one I picked. Oh,
I put it in that
who?
first tab. Yeah.
Okay, I see. I see. I see. I see. Let's see. So, who could you not admit that you love? Well, probably you. Uh, um.
I mean, uh, um, it could be, it could be, um, it could be, uh, um, it could be somebody maybe off screen
That's true.
that would create tension, I guess, in our relationship.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's also
Yeah,
a thing, potential option.
that is. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. I just went back to an ex relationship. Ooh.
Oh,
One of the decent ones. All right, you know what? We're just gonna lean into this. So I think that I probably was one of the like life drawing models for like an art class. Because I did do that for a time. And I think I might have been in love with a sculptor who went to one of those classes. Not based on true events at all. Only slightly. No, it's not. Roll deception.
okay.
Who did you suspect despite what others said?
I suspected that that the life drawing model at the class I attended
Ah, oh dear.
uh, might have had a thing for someone, or let me. I'm trying to figure out for this to make sense. Um, yeah, suspected that they had a thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was whispers and rumors that the model had a thing for one of the sculptors. Um, and I was just awful. I'm an absolute terrible sculptor, but I'm just trying my damned best. Um, um, and I'm lucky if I can even get the clay to like I make the armature underneath, but half the time, the clay still sort of like slops off and stuff. Um, uh, uh, but shit. We have to like make this make sense, and that's where I'm struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, okay. What's the story of a relationship? Very broad strokes. Um, let's decide our names.
Okay.
Just
Um.
jump into there then.
Uh, I almost said Quinn. That's my name.
You did it!
I did it. That is how I figured out my name. Fun fact, is I played a bunch of Quins to see if it felt right.
That's awesome. I love that.
Um, I was like, I'm gonna roll for it, and I'm like, there's no name table. Um, it's a good name for a stubborn bitch like me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're easygoing and I totally misspelled empathetic. Empathetic.
But also stubborn. Uh, just a creature of extremes. Not at all like real life. Um, I think my name is Joanne.
Oh gosh, we're both closed off. Oh,
Yeah, yep.
Jesus. Wow, we're a mess. We're an absolute mess.
Yay! Romance, drama.
Yeah, it really sets it up pretty quick that way.
Especially now that you are in the same class.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Just gonna set up the symbols like that for the sake of ease. Okay. All right, so I changed the card orientation a little bit for the example in
Got it.
so the
That's a
one.
really good club. That's not sarcastic. That's a good free drawn club.
Oh boy, they didn't have a shape for it. Okay. All right. Level-headedness, good sense of humor. You're easygoing and empathetic. I'm flighty. Take a long time getting ready in our shared bathroom, and you're stubborn and brooding. Okay, that's great. I think broad strokes story of our relationship. Oh, we should do pronouns. Sorry.
Oh yeah, she,
Oh,
her
I
for me.
haven't even bothered to do my
Yeah,
own
what's your
damn
name?
name.
What's your name?
Um, my name is uh. Oh gosh, my name is Rowan.
Solid.
And I'm gonna do some fucking they thems today.
Hey,
Hey,
got him.
got him. I don't know who we got, but we got they thems. Okay. Yeah, I think me not knowing uh um like, but just knowing you liked somebody gave me sort of the courage to um, talk to you, basically.
Hmm.
And gosh, the example of the relationship in the game is hilarious.
Is
It's
it?
yeah, it's the next page. So I'm gonna read it out loud just for everybody. It's Kathy and Grace were childhood sweethearts. Grace had a near-death experience. Kathy thought she had died and mourned her passing. When Grace returned, Kathy was married and asked Grace to move on, even though they still loved each other. It's so wild.
The drama.
Um. Okay. So yeah. So story of relationship very broad strokes. Yeah. I think I asked you. I asked you out hoping that I was the person. But
Okay.
I suck at sculpting. I'm just awful. Suspected the who did you suspect despite what others said? Maybe I didn't answer the question right, but that's what I'm going with. Suspected the model had the hots for one of the people in the class. Hoped it was me. Asked her out. I suck at art. Okay.
And then I think I would have seen how long it took you to build up the courage to do that. And seen that you were just someone doing your best in life and been like, yeah, okay, I'll go on a date with you even though I have the hots for this other person. And then it kind of snowballed from there where we were in a relationship. But in the back of my head, maybe at some point it was like, that person's still there though. Like, so I like that. Joanne's a bitch. Just decided. Stone cold.
All right.
Stubborn and brooding, baby.
Do we feel if we could summarize what you begin to recall what was it? Brought you together. We got that. Can you begin to recall why we went separate ways?
Because you took too long in the shower. No.
I think maybe it was school.
Yeah.
I was taking art classes as an elective. I really liked them, even though I wasn't good at them. And then I needed to move on to my master's program or PhD or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that just took me to another school. I didn't think that there was enough between us to try a long distance relationship.
Yeah. I can see that.
Okay.
Haven't lived
Jeez.
that.
All right then.
No,
Didn't
just
realize the
seeing.
feeling was mutual.
No, okay. I think I think that we would have been together long enough for me to have become comfortable and like complacent in that kind of, and then you decide to interrupt it, and that causes some stubbornness on my end. Because stubborn can often mean not liking change. uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, no, but this is how we do. No. Like, so even though maybe it's not as like the hottest relationship necessarily, if that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
um I would have liked it enough to not want it to end, if that makes sense. And yet, and she would never leave because she has like, I'm assuming that let's just assume we're in a city that has like a really bump and art scene.
Okay. Okay.
And it's like, I can't leave, my work is here. Go to a school here, damn it.
The best part about uh, that is also super like rom commy, tropey sort of shit.
Yeah.
which is completely in line with the thematic element. I love playing games where the the theme or the mood or the tone is enforced by the mechanical
Oh
aspects
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Just it feels so satisfying. Um, okay, I put that in our relationship card.
Cool.
I added a new card for beginning. I do you feel like we've done a good enough job, sort of on the very broad strokes of our relationship?
I think so.
Being in it, okay.
I think maybe we had different levels of like what type of relationship we were in. I think I
Mm-hmm.
might have had a more casual, easygoing attitude about it.
Mm,
Yeah, but it would have gotten serious enough where we moved in together. So
right, right.
yeah, I think we got it.
All right. Next section, beginnings. So now we determine how they begin and end. We'll determine our beginning, a first date, a first kiss, a marriage, a first grade, we were classmates, any other sort of beginning. It could even be something mundane, such as the first time you played basketball together or against each other, first time you watched TV together. We'll summarize and write it as best we can on another index card. Yeah. So what sort of beginning do we want to?
Do we want to make it before class or is it the first class?
I think it's a beginning of us that involves both of us together. Something we did the first
Okay.
time together.
Okay, okay. Hmm.
So like one of the really mundane examples it gives is watching TV together.
Hmm.
So it could be something just braid your hair for the first, something like really basic, or it can be a first date,
Mm-hmm.
the first time I see you naked at class, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Assuming you were a nude model.
Yeah. Hashtag life drawing. Um,
I
I think
was
it'd be that. That's a great first not date.
like the first time you actually like.
The robe comes off.
Oh my lord! I just see it in slow motion.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Uh,
Oh
what?
my!
Who?
Oh my goodness!
What? Um,
Okay.
I just had a mental image and tell me if I'm wrong of like, because you're taking it as an elective, right?
Yeah.
I just had to of you like not being quite prepared for what was gonna happen in life drawing, and then the robe just comes off and you like drop
Yes.
something
Yes.
or
That's what it
just
is.
something to draw attention.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So I think it's like it's this is what it is. This is what it is. Okay. So I take a life drawing class as an elective, but there is what is it? They also just have like nude model sessions
Mm-hmm.
where anyone can come in and sort of do whatever. So some people come and they sculpt, some people come and they draw, some people come and they paint,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I think that I go to one of those extra classes to try to
Mm-hmm.
sculpt, just really as an excuse to see you at that point. But my very first time seeing you is during my actual elective, which is the life drawing class. And sure enough, I go there and like, yeah, I have myself. I'm ready to go. I'm just feeling kind of clueless. I'm rolling my eyes, like whatever. This is. I've always liked playing around, and doodling on things, but I don't really take it too seriously. I'm not expecting to learn or grow out of this. And oh, we're gonna draw a person. Well, this sounds hard as hell. Oh, they're gonna be naked. Oh, well, I guess that's kind of cool. But and then it's like, oh, this person is really attractive, and then oh, they're gonna be naked. You know the shaky hand smearing graphite all across it's all down my arm.
You're just like, it's fine. Just the same line, like over and
Just like carving.
just all the charcoal is gone. The best is always when they tell you to switch positions.
Oh gosh, I just had a flashback to my own life drawing classes, my own
Right.
figure drawing classes with with uh male models. I was
Mm,
like, oh, I got the bad. I came to class late. Now I'm down by his feet. Fuck.
no.
No.
Mood. Been there. You're just like, I didn't want. Okay.
I didn't want, but here we are.
It's too gay for this. Too gay. Hashtag too gay.
Okay, so the beginning is God, how do we summarize everything we just said?
Not non-sensual sexy time.
Let's see. In life drawing class,
Sculpt me like one of your French girls.
uh, I was gonna say, saw Joanne disrobe the first time, was taken aback by them that moment. How would you like what's your part in that? Oh, I could just be like single, um, like a one sided sort of thing for a beginning.
I think for her, and also vaguely for the sake of drama, um, I think I would have noticed two people for different reasons. I would have noticed whoever I thought was the hottest, who would who would end up being the other person, and then I would have noticed you for your reaction and had very different feelings about both
Sweating.
people. Not that emoji. Notice that and been like, oh, that's cute, and then notice the other person and be like, oh, that's cute. Uh, yeah. So there would be recognition there.
Okay.
Of like, and then spend the entire time just like, I remember my first life drawing class and relating to your experience.
There's
And
always that
also,
one person.
yeah. Someone fainted during one of my life drawing class. Not one I was modeling for, but like that we were in. And I'm like, we are in college. Like,
Holy crap.
are you okay? Like, they were fine. They
When
were just very surprised. I don't know why.
That's
Um,
hilarious. Whenever we had there was this one male model we had, and I didn't enjoy drawing him. Um, but I was like, whatever, it's good practice, because otherwise it's mostly women. Um, but he'd get in all kind of wild poses. But anytime I like would have to draw the business, I wouldn't, and there was just like drawing and then just a vacuum.
I did the same thing. It was just like, I know.
Yeah. And then doing like the group critiques or whatever. It's like, here's my person with no genitalia, and that's just don't ask me questions about that.
I did fig leaves.
That's so cute. I love that.
My professors hated me.
I love that.
They were like, you have to draw it, and I'm like, no.
But I don't.
So that's a solid relationship start.
Yeah, definitely.
So now what is it? The ending?
Yeah. We'll determine the last thing, the way a relationship ended. Perhaps we kind of did already. Went away to different colleges. Someone fell out
Mm-hmm.
of love. Someone passed away. Blah blah blah. Not much details needed. Just knowing that something occurred is enough. Da da da.
Do you think it was like real messy at the end, or
Um, do you um jeez, I don't think it would have been messy for me. I don't think that Rowan. I think Rowan would have because of their because the way they thought about the relationship. Um, that it wouldn't have been like if it would have been messy, Joanne would have had to start like a fight about it because Rowan would have.
Joanne would have
Yeah,
started a fight about it, especially if like they had waited a while after knowing that they were accepted and going and hadn't told her.
and
Um,
I think that would be true because that's one of the things that you said is Rowan is very flighty. So Rowan would
mhm,
have just been like, I got this thing, and maybe like even trying to make a joke out of it or something.
mhm.
Like, haha, maybe you can come visit me and, I'll draw you there.
Yeah, that would have pissed her the fuck off. Uh, oh yeah, what language rating are we at today?
Oh, yeah, we're
um,
supposed to be PG-13.
all right,
I
there's one of them.
Oh, yeah, I forget.
um, yeah, she would have gotten pissed for not knowing earlier and possibly for not being invited to come
Mm.
with. Um, just because she's very, like I said, she's very comfortable in this life. Um, but possibly, I can't decide if she's cheated or not, is
Well,
my thing.
maybe we'll figure that out over the course of the game because
Yeah,
we are creating these memories like as part of the game. Um, uh, so
yeah.
maybe that will come up. Aside then.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
right. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. I added the ending to our little index card there. Um, okay. Intro- uh, Introductions. We'll introduce ourselves and our pronouns. This assumes that we're playing from the two people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not already
Name
done
tent.
that.
What is a name tent?
Name tent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when you just fold the index card over and you put your.
Oh, that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why I thought there were tents involved.
Surprise, we're going camping.
Ah.
um,
Cool.
okay, so
Oh, what do we look like?
um I think that Rowan likes flannel.
I support them.
Rowan loves some flannel.
I think Joanna's kind of butch, and likes the pompadour. I just have to be on brand. I can't think of anything else,
Okay.
other
Uh,
than like my hair looks really good today.
yeah. Rowan looks like they probably should be in art classes. They have like a short pixie cut and like
Mm-hmm,
very like fine like features.
mm-hmm,
Um, like a little nose and look very sprightly.
mm-hmm.
Tend to wear flannel that's a little too big for them. Um, but
Cutie.
Dan's a fan of the flannel. Um, as he would be. But is absolutely not an artist by any stretch of the words.
What do they do?
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
Okay. I think I don't want to be like Joanne's smoking hot, whatever, because you don't have to be a life model.
I mean, maybe they
But
are though.
I mean, they probably, but but I think the most prominent thing would be the like hand to God cheekbones for days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of those people. Got it.
Yep. Yep.
Jeez Louise.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Rowan in the beginning was like, "Oh, they're taking the shit. Be chill about it. Be chill.
Be cool. Be
Be cool. Be cool. This is a life drawing class. This is not the club."
Not yet.
Oh, we get to use the Oracle deck now.
Hey!
Hey!
I did see they have one where you can use the like standard 52 card deck and it has like stuff, or
Oh,
we can use mine,
okay.
dealer's choice.
Yeah, well, I mean, why don't we use yours for fun? If it seems like it works within the game, then yeah, I say so.
Okay, cool.
Um, hey, making history. This is when the Oracle deck comes to play. We'll look back on our memories. We'll use the oracle cards to remember what it was that happened then, which is to say, we will use the cards in the oracle deck to create a narrative of the past from the position of the present. To begin, each player draws 2 cards from the deck. Whenever you use a key, I don't know, discard the card from which it was another. Always have 2 cards in hand. Yeah. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, it says about the keys next.
Oh, each oracle card is a collection of 4 keys. Poetic words or phrases that point towards a certain event, stirs in your heart. Uh, we'll let the deck be our guide in unlocking those memories. So I guess if you draw the same card, they're saying to redraw. Is that I
Mm-hmm.
understand that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Da, da. Okay, that makes sense. Um. So. Okay. Um. So we'll exchange turns being in focus. So that's who is in the center of narrative during that turn. Um, uh, the player who is in focus will set a scene or ask others to set a scene for them. Da-da-da. Um, so we will choose a question to drive the scene, choose keys or the oracle cards. Hey, Gratuitous RP, thank you for the raid. Now is a great time to pimp the heck out of what I'm doing here. um, this is indie showcase block programming I do every weekend to showcase indie games. Um, to get more eyes and visibility to these indie games. Right now, our current programming is romance and love based. We are playing Recollection by Kazumi Chin. Spell this. And you can find. Did I do that right? Yes. You can find more about the game on their itch page. It's a game about reflecting on your past relationships. And the memories, at least after a relationship has ended, and reflecting back on the memories you had during time together, and trying to gain clarity on the relationship. Also, I want to make sure that we're always fundraising for charity here on Variant Roles. So you can donate to the Trevor Project, which is who we're fundraising for or as part of the romance block. You can see the goal in the overlay. We're about 50-ish or so dollars away. So if you want to support the Trevor Project, you can follow the link I just posted in chat. Go to the Tiltify page. There's also a giveaway for this game.
Mm-hmm.
If it sounds interesting to you, enter hashtag memories. Hashtag memories to be entered into the giveaway, and I will draw it. And we'll make a drawing for it rather at the end of our stream. And you do not need to do anything to enter into the giveaway. Just put the hashtag in there, and we'll be square. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we are setting scenes. Should we go ahead and draw the oracle cards now?
Yeah, it does have us draw 2 at the beginning.
Okay, so I'll let you draw for me.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a peek at what theirs are to make sure that they're vaguely compatible.
Oh, okay.
To my physical ones.
Well,
oh yeah, they're vague AF.
Oh.
So
so does mean we're
that.
good?
Oh wait, are they vague AF? We're gonna just maybe do a combo. We'll wing it.
Okay.
Let's see. So for those curious, I do oracle readings. I do have oracle decks and whatnot. So this baby is going to be helping. It's Oracle of Oddities. It's all 3 versions of it. I do readings. It's a thing. So drawing for you. We got support reversed. So a time in which you didn't feel supported, maybe. That's me doing a reading for you, surprise. And power reversed. So same kind of reverse cards are the opposite of what the card says, if that makes sense. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how familiar you are.
Mhm.
So those would be yours. And then since we're doing yours out loud, we'll do mine out loud as well. Oh, you're fitting. All right, deck, read me for filth. I got lust and transformation, so.
Well, you're wondering if you cheated, so.
Yup. Gee, I wonder.
What were the other two?
Yours were support reversed and power reversed. When in doubt, use a real oracle deck.
Okay. Uh, each oracle card is a collection of 4 keys. Poetic words are phrases that point towards a certain event that's. Oh, I'm assuming that's the one that they have included.
Yeah.
Okay. Oracle cards can also be used to generate other details in your scene, such as locations, questions, the scenes. Questions the scenes are attempting to answer, names, and other details to help you tell the story that matters most deeply to you. Um, okay. Um, I think I think for our purposes today, because we wanted to use an actual Oracle deck, so maybe it's not fully in the spirit of the game. But the game
Mm-hmm.
does include an Oracle deck
Mm-hmm.
that you would draw for this. But I think we might just try it with our own for fun.
Yeah, and I mean it's just a looser interpretation,
Oh,
so
okay.
like, um, it can be the same. Just any, I don't know. It's up to interpretation. It doesn't have to literally just be like
And
power. It's like what type of power does that look like?
yeah,
Where
and
a
there's
place of power,
and
like stuff.
there's also images on the card which might replace
Oh yeah, do you
words
want
or
to?
phrases. Um,
Yeah, if you want to see yours,
um,
here's, oh god, here we go. Autofocus. Here's support.
oh, that's interesting.
Uh, and here is power.
Those are really cool.
Thanks.
Okay, who wants to be in focus? And we'll work our way through these. We'll learn by doing.
Um, learn by doing. Uh, focus. Let's see. Do you want to make a scene, or do you want me to make a scene for you?
How about you make a scene for me?
Okay. Choose a question. Let's see. Sorry, let me scan that one more time. Question keys. Traits. Location. Let's see. Gonna roll to make a personal decision. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta roll dice.
Sure.
Ah.
They talk more about these actual things on the next page.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so it says choose a question that has a little bit more explanation.
Oh, goody. I was just like, here we go. Uh, and the question you'd like to explore at the top of an index card. So many index cards.
Making another tab.
Sometimes this is a very direct question, and other times it is a vague question. Well, you're, of course, invited to create your own questions. Oh, you can consult the Oracle deck or come up with one. Choose scene keys below your question. Write 1 to 3 scene keys that you'd like to guide the scene. Oh, and those are the cards. They're not necessarily required to be used during play. They exist to provide you with a framework, and you can use or ignore that framework as you see fit. Yeah, it's super loose. So
Okay.
that's cool. If they do not come up during play very often, it is important to have these elements prompting your creativity. So just think about them. Cool. So that's the question part. There is more, but we'll go one step at a time.
Yes, yes.
Learning together. So for a question for you, I'm gonna ask my baby because it knows things. Ooh, put that one over there. So for you, for your scene, when is a time you felt super affectionate and like needing affirmation of that from me?
Oh
Let's
boy,
see.
what a
Yeah.
question.
Hi.
that that sort of like got me right in the heart.
Did it?
Yeah. I was like,
Hey.
oh.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And now I give you your scene keys,
Yeah.
which I'm gonna lean on your support reversed.
Oh boy.
Um, so I'm gonna go with lack of support. Just straight up, just blunt about that. So I discard that card for you. Um, and another 1 to 3. Probably another scene key.
Well, 'cause I think are the scene keys on the card itself, so maybe lean on or take inspiration from one of the images on the card or something, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
think
just
so.
throwing out ideas.
No, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's your support card. Um, so I was like literal support. Because it's a spine with flowers on it.
There's a joke
You,
I would love to make, but not the right time slot for that.
hey, we got a donation.
Oh, we did. I didn't
It's in chat. Thank you.
check a.
Trevor Project is so good and so important.
Oh yes, we got tipped. Yes, thank you.
Tips.
All
Okay.
of any tips or bits or anything that come our way during this time slot also go towards the charity. It's just not reflected in the gold bar since
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Let's see what. Yeah, the keys are kind of vague. Well, they're supposed to be vague, but I think. So I give you your question. So keys.
We can just use that one as well.
Yeah, that lack of support. Um, yes, and then choose
Yeah,
traits.
likely. So it would involve you, obviously, probably,
Yeah.
right? Most likely have a tone that is in alignment with your traits or your partner's traits.
So who are we? Um, I think it would probably have to do with if it's traits for me. I think it would have to do with me brooding.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm writing the drama of our life.
Boy, howdy, as they like to say.
Void howdy. Uh, explore queer possibilities. Yes, we are. Um, yeah. So my brooding ass. And a location. Oh, you disappeared. Come back, die. Yep, that's what I thought too. A restaurant, perhaps where we were going to have dinner. What do you mean, perhaps? Where we were going to have dinner? We might eat there. I don't know.
We were going to a restaurant, but not to eat food.
Adult chat it is.
Oops.
Yep. Let's see. You're welcome to introduce your own locations. I just told you.
Oh, there's a location table. That's what.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can read really well.
Well, I just jumped to.
Does restaurant work for you though for a first?
Yeah, why not?
Scene. Okay. Since we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants.
Yes, I mean the location table is the airport, hairdressing shop, private school, public park, beauty salon, video arcade, animal sanctuary, small cafe, skating rink, the beach, an ice cream parlor, temple on the hill, and a little restaurant. So, it's kind of the things you'd think.
Okay. So a restaurante.
Right.
And then choose the focus.
Oh,
you're allowed to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I maybe probably jumped the the gun there. But I think I offered to be focused for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm just gonna read. You are
yeah.
allowed to play solo scenes,
Hmm.
or
But it shouldn't be the focus.
yeah. So up to you.
Um. Yeah. You would definitely be there, obviously.
Okay.
I think. Okay, playing the scene. When everyone's ready, it's time to dive into the scene. Scenes can start with a line of dialogue, a description of a location, a depiction of a character, embodying their traits in some way, an image or tone or character that emerges from a key or anything else, really. As it unfolds, continue to allow for additional details to emerge and for old details to be revised. Oh, very interesting.
Hmm.
Some additional considerations. What is the time of day? Is there a rough estimate for at what point in the relationship this memory takes place? What's the weather like? Who else is around? How are our characters' feelings? Our characters feeling? Scenes can be as long as they want. We don't need to feel pressured that anything really dramatic happens. Um, just be a quiet moment. Um, Sometimes they will resolve the question they set out to answer. Sometimes they won't, and they'll end when we feel right. We can narrate the scenes in any way we want, first or third person. Uh, we can play the game, and even though this is a memory we're looking back on, we can play the game in present and past tense. We may even find ourselves drifting between all of them. Um, and this last paragraph, again, this is explicit permission to make a mess of things and allow yourself to try out many different possibilities. We don't have any. I'm going to skip over the chorus because we don't actually have
Yep.
anyone. Um, uh, there's some more stuff about the focus. Um, I think these are. So the focus is would be me in this case.
Mm-hmm.
The players who are most directly in control of the narrative. Um, there are certain moves I can make.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can speak, obviously.
No.
um, it's important to call out things that are a bit more hidden or emotional or ephemeral, and uh, grant explicit permission to a character who wishes to spend a scene contemplating feelings. Again, it says it shouldn't be the entire game, um, but that's obviously things you can explore. You can use your keys to inspire you. Um, you want to, so the focus wants to speak of descriptive details of what occurred, of what they were thinking, and what they were trying to do. And also ask if um, uh, inviting another focus character to speak, to ask them if they remember the moment as it happened. Yeah, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes another focus can ask you the question, remember it like that, um, and then that opens up very specific, very particular ritual. And I think maybe we'll cover that if we get there, just so I'm not. We can also there's also monologue questions. We can ask a player to contribute by asking them a monologue question, such as what were you not saying? What were you thinking? What hadn't you yet known? What did you truly want? And then at some point, the scene will end. Um, yeah, and I think we'll just sort of go through these as best we can and with what we know, and that's fine.
Yeah.
What happens when you. I am excited to do this.
I
Okay.
mean, the very last line of the ending scene is again, it's okay if it's messy, so are we.
Hmm. um, aren't we? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so it does say the chorus is currently who is not in focus, but I, I mean, I don't. Maybe does. I mean, you're not playing a minor character.
Yeah.
You know, like we're not a big group, so I feel like I feel like you could easily just be another person who's in focus in the scene
Yeah.
and easily bounce around to also being the chorus and asking some of those questions
Yeah,
that are
I'll keep an
listed.
eye on them, but let you drive the ship
Yeah,
as the
yeah,
like primary focus,
yeah.
and then
I think that works.
okay.
Okay. So we're at a restaurant. Okay. Um, um, yeah. I think that we're. Uh, I think we've maybe been dating a while, at least a month or something. Not a super long time, but enough where some of the insecurities around first start to drift away. So maybe like a month, 2 months, something like that. Um, and I've invited you out, uh, because I want I wanted some quality time with you, and so I invited you out to dinner. Um, and we're at a we're at some pizza place, but they have really good pizza. One of those pizza places where it's like 20 different kinds of pizzas you can order. There's like something for everybody, and good stuff. Um, Pizza with olive oil base. It's not all just red sauce.
Mm.
Um, and uh, I think I think uh, it's not despite it being a pizza place, it's not like this really rowdy environment or anything. It's one of those like restaurants where it's doing that like industrial chic thing. So it's got like an exposed brick wall and Edison style bulb lighting and like thick wood tables, um, uh, and sort of like low orange light. So it's not it's not like a crazy pizza place. It's like, or I should say rather, it's not like a rowdy pizza place. It's a
High end.
I guess maybe sort of, but not like super hoity-toity. It's like where you
Mhm.
want to. Anyways, I'm spending too much time on the description of this damn
No,
pizza
you're good.
place. um, so it's a place that you could come and talk to somebody is what I'm trying to get across. I think, but still have the casualness of eating pizza. And yeah, I'm trying to get quality time with you. Because I feel like I haven't been able to do that. And I think I'm the somehow I think I'm the first one to get there. I get there before you, and I'm maybe I've gotten there a little early, like on purpose, because of my flightiness. I'm afraid of being late, so I don't want to be late. So I get there early, like at least like 10 minutes early, and I've already got a table. That way, as soon as you get there, you can sit down, and I can just be ready to spend time with you. Yeah.
That's so cute. Too bad I'm about to ruin your day.
Oh gosh.
So I'm definitely late. Oh wait, do I no? Do you keep narrating it or do I?
Well, I mean, at some point, you tell me what happens for you. You're
Okay,
you're another person that's in the scene.
okay. Just double checking. Um,
I'm just most directly in control of the narrative, I guess.
okay, yeah, okay. Um, I'm definitely late, which isn't totally normal, but it happens, because classes run late, etc. Like my schedule's kind of ridiculous. Um, and I just kind of come in, see you, and I go, oh, okay, here we are, pizza, great. Not in the mood for pizza today. Um, go over to the table, sit down, say hey, and just kind of like, so, how was your day?
Uh, do you say that out loud or like make a face?
Oh yeah, I say that out loud, just like but it seems like obligatory. The like, like going through the motions of like, hey, what's up? Just like,
Yeah, I mean like about the pizza thing though. Like, do you say that out
oh
loud?
no.
Do you like make a face? Like, could I extrapolate that you're just like, ugh, pizza?
Um, I think it would be generic brooding face
Okay.
for now.
Yeah, yeah. I yeah. Um, and also being emotionally closed off, like you. um, I am. I don't say anything about it. Um, I don't say anything about you being late either. I don't mention that it's hurt my feelings. Um, uh, so I think I just sort of sit there, kind of like leaning in, but like holding my hands together, in my too big flannel, which is unbuttoned. And there's like I'm wearing like a black tank top underneath. Um, and it's like nice autumn colors, red and orange, stuff like that. Flannel, um, and um, like um, it was fine. It was just another day, you know, into class and try to stay awake. And all I could really think about though was see you, so I was a little distracted.
Cool.
My heart already hurts.
Um, yep, I told you she's a stone cold bitch.
I think I just sort of stare at you, trying to trying to read um trying to read into if you're being serious or not. Um, and I think I like put a hand like I like put a hand in the middle of the table and just like let it like leave it there. It's closer to you, but I don't make up or anything. Yeah, sorry it was pizza. I thought this would just be easy and it's not super loud here, so
Yeah, no, pizza's fine. Yeah. Just kind of like not looking like not at you, but like looking, like looking in a vague direction close to you. Um, Fruity McGee uh,
gosh.
doesn't notice the hand. Clearly thinking about something else. Doesn't say anything about why they're feeling broody McGee. They had like a bad class earlier, like they just didn't do well or something. I don't know. I don't quite know the details of that, but it's been a bad day, and they don't want to talk about it, but they just want to think about it forever because that's how brains work apparently. Um, but yeah, so just like an aloof like pizza's fine, yeah.
uh I missed you. Say very quietly, not making eye contact.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. This is so bad.
You made me broody.
But I love that one of the traits. So here's the really interesting thing about this game is because it's all like filtered through the lens of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I picked for you that I want a trait that I love about you is you're empathetic. What rose tinted glasses was I looking through?
Mm-hmm.
uh,
And you're a perfectionist, but you're also flighty, apparently.
well, those
So,
are not mutually
yeah,
exclusive. I
that's true.
speak for.
Yeah.
uh,
We're both like, yeah.
uh,
So,
um,
yeah.
uh, are you sure this is okay? We can. Oh, we haven't actually ordered yet. We can always just bail and maybe go back to my place and Just maybe watch a movie or something.
Yeah, no, this is fine. Finally look at you and then see the hand and just like put the hand there, and I feel like it's ambiguous on the outside at least to see like if she's doing it or if I'm doing it out of a feeling of obligation or because I want to. But my attention is now more on you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You want to tell me about your day?
Just classes. Yeah.
And I think I'm going to put my hand back, folded with the other one in front of me. Um, uh, I'm gonna ask you now. Do you remember it like that? This this dinner, this dinner date.
Not at all.
So we'll go through the ritual. So you can answer it this way: yes, and then yes, and it was yes, but I remember it differently, or what I remember.
What I remember is having a really shitty day, um, and being starting out the day being super excited to go out with you and to spend time with you and to just hang out, have some pizza and talk about whatever comes to mind. And then some shit happened during the day. I got in a fight with one of the professors over something or other, scheduling things. So by the time I get to the restaurant, I'm still seething in that. But seeing you makes me feel better and lights my heart up a bit. And in hindsight, I would say I didn't do a good job. But in the moment I was so busy brooding, I didn't notice your needs and you were taking care of mine without noticing it.
Who? Hooey!
Welcome to Romance with Quinn.
Him. Uh. Uh. Okay, that was good. Um. Uh. There is. There's also monologue questions. Um. I'm gonna ask you them, but I'm gonna also invite you to ask any you want as well.
Okay.
Technically we're both focuses on the same, but whatever. We can also just kind of do what we want. What is it that uh get her last name? Let's get her up on Twitter real quick. Sam Day says, Asterines on Twitter, who I played a first romance game with here, says that rules are fake or something. She kept saying that. You're playing Lightning Kissed. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, since I just asked you a question, I'm gonna say if you want to ask me of those, you can. And if not, maybe I'll ask you one. Maybe I won't.
What hadn't you yet known?
I hadn't yet known what I hadn't yet knew whatever um was that I didn't realize that I was starting to give more to you than I was asking for myself. that that one get you in the heart this time?
911, I'd like to report a murder.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh
Big
man,
oof.
this game is great. I love it.
I do
Uh,
too.
oh, it's so good. Ah, thank you, Kazumi Chin, for making this. Uh, okay. Yeah. Um,
Cool.
I'm gonna ask you, what did you truly want?
Why did I have to make brooding and complex? Because it's like nothing but everything. Um, I think I wanted something quieter and more intimate where we could just be silent together. And instead, it's this uncomfortable ball of bleh in
Mm,
public, having to, you know, pleasantries and being a human TM. Like, so I think that. Did that make sense? Yeah.
that 100% makes sense. Like
Cool.
that was another like oof, and in the chest, but in a different sort of way. So that's why I
Big
didn't
oof.
respond. um,
Yeah, that.
that yeah. It says that players should not open into monologue unless they are explicitly asked to. So I wonder if that means we should keep things more surface level for future
Okay.
scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To give in that way there is that sort of like all that stuff that's unsaid. When
Hmm.
when you reflect back on memories, you have the privilege of all that.
Yeah.
I for me, I think that ends the scene. Like uh,
Yeah.
um, what do we want to name this memory?
Um. The gang gets broody. Uh, two sides of the same coin.
um, talking to a wall.
Oof.
Do we like that?
Oof. That's yes, but
Because
big oof.
because they're I feel like in that moment they're both walls.
Yeah.
Like Rowan is trying to reach out, and Joanne is like, I don't feel like talking about it. But then Rowan's also like, yeah, but can you hold my hand, or do you want to go back to my place, or just him, please? And then, yeah.
Oof.
Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Um, I forgot about breaks, so we should take a break now because you've only got
Okay.
about an hour, a little bit of an hour left.
Okay.
Um, so we can do. I don't think there's so much in the wrap up of this game. That uh, I don't think there's so much in the wrap up of this game that we can't do it,
Mm-hmm.
or that we won't have enough time for another scene at the very least. So let's go ahead and take a break, and then we'll come back in about 10 minutes.
Yee.
See you soon. back. We've got a little less than an hour worth of gameplay left. Make time for outros and all that fun stuff. But I feel like we've got a good idea. We're kind of in the middle section now, where a lot of the meat, I think, is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think given that it's just us two players, I'll hand the focus over to you this time. Have sort of narrative, a little bit more narrative control. And you said you wanted me to set up all the scene stuff this.
Yes.
Okay. Our previous scene as a template. Okay, so do I get to pick? Well, let's see. I choose a question.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Okay, it's a question. Boy, boy, boy. um, a question that drives, or yeah, that we'd like to explore. Hey, it could be direct or vague. Um, also permitted to lead the decision-making process to fate or consult the aura. Um, yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna lean into a question you had earlier about your character. Why did you um let me make sure I'm not crossing any. Uh, okay. Um why did you why did you even go to that sculptor's gallery showing? The one that you thought was hot. And why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't you tell me you were going to that sculptor's gallery show? The one that you thought was hot. That's a really long question, but
Oof.
and I think the keys I'm gonna use. Can you show me your lust card?
Yeah.
What that looks like?
Sure can.
What am I seeing? What is that? Oh, it's a. Oh, can we even show that Twitch? Oops.
Oh.
Oops.
There's. Nah.
Well, it's tasteful art, so it should be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think that's within terms of
There are
service.
no female presenting titties.
Jesus Christ.
We summoned Matthew
I
W.
know.
Torman at the word lust.
I know. Fantastic. I need to make a separate command for the giveaway, so I don't have to keep repeating it over and over again. Okay, yeah. So, I think that the super. Okay, so keys are lust and um take a look at their actual oral cards real quick because they're just like a list of like words basically.
Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah.
can always draw us another if
Oh
we're
no,
feeling it.
no, that's okay. I can nudity in whatever way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, and flowers. Um, the nudes. And then traits. Let me go back up where traits are. Traits thing. Traits. Your scene will likely involve you, at least one other person. Might say a tone that is in alignment with your traits or your partner's traits. Okay, so yeah, it could be yours or it could be. Oh, think the closed off trait. You didn't want to do that one, right? No. Okay. The closed off trait that we both share. And a scene is our living room.
Oof. Knox, why have you done this to me?
Or
Ah,
the location, I should say, is our living room. And I will let you decide, I guess, there, kind of what that even means.
oof. Big oof.
I've heard us.
Moobot, Moobot, you're incorrect.
Moobot, get your shit together.
Moobot, please. Oh, big mother trucking oof. Look, I was good that time. I'm getting better at not
Great.
swearing up a storm. Unfortunately, my show will have to be mature.
I made a poor decision playing romance games at in the in the afternoon.
You sure did.
What was I thinking?
Um.
Yeah, and then yeah, we were kind of decided to do the focus.
Okay. Yeah. Oof. Okay. So.
They can start kind of however they want. Line of dialogue, description of location, depiction of a character, embodying their traits in some way, an image or tone or character that emerges from a key or any.
Okay. So why did I go to that hot sculptors gallery show and not tell you?
And you'll want to avoid monologuing
Okay. Yeah.
unless we start asking each
Right. So it's not super late, but it's later than I would normally get home. Of course, gallery shows, the cool ones are always at night. Uh,
None
um,
of that early Sunday shit here.
waking up early on a Sunday, what? Um, so I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, what am I gonna make an excuse? I don't know. Let's wing it. So I open the door. I don't see you quite yet, so I am like relieved. And then I close the door behind me and start to, settle back into being home.
I think I emerge from the kitchen. There's like just right around like a wall. You don't know that I'm in there. And I've got a glass of wine. I'm not wearing my flannel because I'm at home, comfortable. So it's just tank top. Uh, and uh, it's lead up against the wall. Hey,
Hey,
how was your night?
oh, just some gallery opening. Had to go to, I was in it technically.
Yeah, I I was texting you, didn't get a response, so I figured I'd check Instagram, and everyone had pictures from the show, and there you were in the background, having a great time.
Look, I forgot to mention it. Ow. Uh, look, it wasn't a big deal. I wasn't there for like super long. I just, had to stop by. It's like a thing, you know. Just work, business.
I think I take a drink of the wine, just like stare at you for a second, not moving. Yeah, uh, that's fine. It's just I was able to sort of. I wondered what the show was because you didn't tell me about it or who it even was, and if it's something you're proud of, I would love to know. So I just followed who were tagged and finally found the actual event. And not sure why you didn't tell me it was his show you were going to.
Does it really matter whose show it was? I mean, Daniel's very talented. You know, there was just one piece. I just wanted to see how it turned out. You know, because he wound up going and doing a bronzing it. You know, who hasn't wanted to see a bronze cast of your tits before? Um, I didn't think it'd be a big deal. I thought you would have seen the signs about it and remembered I was in that piece. And are you mad at me?
Just not sure why you didn't tell me.
I didn't know I needed to tell you.
Are you serious?
I mean, it was just a show. You go to things without me all the time. It's like,
So the guy you thought was hot when you posed nude and that you were interested in, that all the class was talking about, you posed nude so you could sculpt your tits and then cast it in bronze, and then you go to the show and you don't tell me about it and you don't text me back, but your pictures are all over freaking social media, and you ask me if I'm upset.
gonna draw a card. Oh no. My deck knows. It's not even real life, y'all. Why are you like this? Why are you like this to me? Um, I just kind of finish, hanging up whatever needs hanging up. I assume I have a leather jacket because I'm gay. And I check my phone and I haven't even opened any of the messages. I didn't even know that they were there. And I just kind of stare at that. Look, Rowan, I fucked up, okay? People do that, and like I'm sorry that I forgot or I didn't mean to like not tell you or anything. I just forgot or thought you'd see the signs or are you threatened by him still? Even though it's been like how long now have we been together? Like almost a year?
I think I'm standing there grinding my, in that way when like someone clenches their jaw. I just drink more of the wine, finish the glass, stare at you, turn around, put the glass in the kitchen, walk to the door, grab my coat, look back at you. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'll see you
Where?
later. I don't know. And I walk out and I close the door.
I put my hand on the doorknob and I think about going after you. And then I don't. And I go and I just kind of get into bed.
Okay.
Woof.
uh,
Do you remember it like that?
uh, uh, yes. Um, yes, and yes, and then I only walked down to the hall, the end of the hall, and thought I heard the doorknob jiggle. Waited, and I came back like 30 seconds later, and slept on the couch. Good, are you okay?
I'm just like slowly retreating into the pompadour.
The pompadour protects.
It true. She protect, but she also attack. Uh, so
I'm not gonna ask you.
no. I'm not gonna ask you.
It's at the end of our scene.
Yeah.
Holy guacamole.
You wanna do one more before we have to end it?
Yeah.
Okay. We're both like, we have to play this game now. We're like, we have to know how this ends. Okay. Your turn to be the focus. All right. Do you have words for me? That's not a helpful one.
Oh, we need to name our scene.
Oh God. I don't know. Avoid Howdy.
Talking to a wall, part 2.
I kind of.
Immovable objects.
It's more like ships passing in the night because we almost did at the end and then we didn't.
Let's do that. Okay.
Okay. I have an idea for a scene for you. Well, for us.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, pretty much.
So the question.
I want to point out before we do this.
Yes.
Because I think the assumption when you're thinking back on a relationship that has ended is that it was bad.
Yeah.
But not all relationships, regardless of how clean or messy they end, have good moments and bad moments.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes those good moments become bad when you look at them in reflection, and vice versa. So we don't always have to, like, our scenes can be happy moments. We would have had happy moments together for some amount of time. So not saying you have to pick that, but I was looking at some of the chorus questions, and realizing that some of these chorus questions are what appear to be like good or kind gestures or moments, and we've just been playing through the worst possible times of our relationship.
I was about to give us a good one.
Perfect timing.
So the question.
Yes, hashtag memories for the giveaway.
Hey.
Hashtag memories.
The question. When is the first time we both said, I love you? Let's see. Keys.
Already did support.
Yes.
So power is, but it's first power.
Yeah, which is in this case, I'd say the card is like vulnerability, taking a chance, like instead of like holding on to the power in the situation, just kind of letting go of that, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Hey, welcome to the show where Quinn reads oracle cards for people.
Here
I
for.
I've thought about doing that. Might do that for somebody. Uh,
Ew.
and also, um, another key would be the idea of what, this is a long one, and I don't know if this is a key, but like the idea of what like the outcome would be, like a positive outcome.
Wait, what? Sorry. What
Like
now?
the like ideal dream version of what the ending would be.
What
Does
is
that
this?
make any sense?
What is this for?
I was gonna give it as another key, but I don't know if that works. If
Uh,
not,
uh describe it for me again.
just like the visualization of
Give me like a word, just one word.
uh, uh optimism,
Okay.
tentative optimism. And then for traits, our characters, um can it be either of us?
I don't remember. Let's see. Yeah, I think so because it says it likely involve yet another person. It will most likely have a tone that is in alignment with your or your partner's traits.
Okay.
So yeah.
um hmm,
So it can. I mean, like last time I picked the one that we shared. The first one I think was just
right,
you, so it can be
yeah.
anybody's.
I'm gonna make it weird and go with flighty.
Oh my god, that's interesting. Oh man, this will be fun.
Yeah. um as for location, I'm gonna roll a die. And the card just confirms that. I'm gonna say the park,
Oh.
and that's it.
Um. Okay. Oh boy. Um. Okay. So I think that I have a picnic set out. Um. And it's at a park that's not very far away from the university. It's also kind of busy, but it's also just a really nice park. So there's lots of like families and people just hanging out, and there's like a lake and swan boats on the lake and all that sort of stuff. And got a picnic blanket set out and a picnic basket. Um, and I've got the sort of spread or things that I've brought are all uh, puns, food based puns on our shared experiences or jokes that we've had. Um, I think maybe I even bring something that I know that you hate just to sort of rib you with it. And uh, I think maybe we're both there if that's okay with you. Like I'm not waiting for you to show up.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm pulling these sort of things out and I'm explaining like uh I've got like a pack of Twizzlers in there or something, and I'm like, you remember that time we tried to do that obstacle course for some stupid reason, and we were climbing up the rope and it snapped, and you fell on me. I don't even think
Yeah.
I don't even think we kissed yet. My heart was racing. Twizzlers down. And it's just stupid shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the food like requires utensils and is you know, things, some of it's like just like potato salad type stuff, or sticky, or whatever. And I've got of course,
Mm-hmm.
um and I've got everything set out, and I'm looking through the shit. Fuck.
What?
I forgot everything you need to eat food with and on.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
Damn
Now
it.
grab. I'm gonna grab a thing of mac and cheese. Just kind of look at it. Did you bring hand sanitizer?
Oh yeah, no, I always have that. And I just like
Hold on.
reach to my backpack and I pull it out.
I'm gonna do some of that and just like take like a handful of mac and cheese and just go, cheers, babe. Just eat it with my hands.
I'm like, wait, hold on. Do the thing. I'm like, okay, I gotta let it dry though. I want my hands to taste like hand sanitizer. Hold on. And
It's a
then
little hand sanitizer.
and then I scoop it in there and I'm like, cheers.
Cheers.
I'm like, oh, it tastes a little bit like alcohol.
A little bit. Not the good kind.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be.
And I think I sort of look down at my hands, and I'm like picking at my nails, sort of distractedly. Uh, Wine? Fuck, I don't have cups either. Damn it.
We don't need cups for wine. Did you bring the wine opener? Or is it a
Well,
screw
it's
top?
it's yeah, screwed up.
Yeah, wine's good.
Okay.
As I have a Twizzler. Like, it just.
I'm like, wait, hold on. Do they even make Twizzlers like this anymore? And I bite off both ends. Oh, I don't recommend it. Here you go.
I'm gonna do the same thing. That is not. You would think that would taste good. And then I do it again.
Just gave me kind of a head rush because,
There's so much air. And we didn't let this aerate. So.
are you supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah, you aerate Twizzlers.
Oh my god. Quinn, that got me. I was like, huh?
I'll give the wine back. I have stolen the Twizzlers. Like,
that's fine. I'm in like Twizzlers. I got them for you.
how do you not like Twizzlers?
People like all kinds of different candy. I'm just not a big fan of it. It takes a long time to chew. It hurts my jaw.
Lots of things hurt people's jaws. I'm gonna pass that one.
Rowan just sort of looks at you knowingly.
Twizzlers intensify. I've got like 3.
Oh my god, 3. It's not very big. I don't know how your jaw would hurt on that, but all right. take a swig out of a wine bottle, and I think some time maybe passes.
Yeah.
Of,
We just find creative ways to eat food.
yeah, of us like shooting the shit. I think I start getting a little wine drunk, and I
And I'm sugar high.
yeah. Oh my god, apocalyptic combination. um, and at one point, I'm like getting cozy, snuggling up to your side, leaning up against you, that sort of thing.
Yee.
And I think it just kind of comes out. Uh, and I'm just like, I think it's just like a moment of of silence. Like we've had a big laugh about something, and there's like that moment of like pause after, like kind of
Mm-hmm.
recovering from it. And I just sort of like laugh and shake my head. Like Joanne, I love you. I just stop, like heart, you know.
I just snuggle you a little bit closer. Then very quietly. I love you too. Nerd.
I think I just like look up and have this big, stupid, wine drunk smile on my face, and just give you like a big old kiss.
I remove the Twizzler to allow the kiss.
Yeah, that's probably good.
You're like coming and I'm just like bites. Twizzlers are now the MVP of the game.
Those are good.
Now I want Twizzlers. This is
Do you remember it like that?
yes.
Yes, and then yes, and it was yes, but I remember it differently. What I
Uh
remember is
yes, and it was probably the happiest that I've been in a really long time. It's like when I think about that, when I think about our relationship now that we are apart, that's the day that I remember. Not the fights. God, I'm
Welcome to my game show. Do you want to ask me any monologue questions? Only.
oh God, I forgot how to play the game. I
Yeah,
forgot
that's
that
I.
there was a game.
Yeah.
Uh, um, I already asked you this one. I'm gonna ask you it again. What hadn't you yet known?
um. I man. uh, I hadn't didn't know I had um
That was the most unfortunate pull. This my deck knows my deck. Look, if you're a skeptic, I don't give a shit. This deck knows things.
um is it? I can't toxic. Oh lord. Oh goodness. I hadn't what hadn't you yet known? Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm on the edge of something, trying to like grasp at it.
Hmm.
Um I think that I knew that I had loving feelings for you, but I didn't know yet that they would intensify in such a way that you could hurt me so easily with or inattention, closed offness.
Oof.
Yeah, in hindsight, it's because I loved you so much that all of that hurt so much.
Big oof.
Didn't know that was coming down the line for me. I thought this was
Big
just another relationship. It's
oof.
fine.
Yeah, right? It's fine. Everything's fine. Whew.
I'm I want to ask one of these questions
Okay.
because rules are fake. What were you thinking?
My brain literally was like Twizzlers. I was only there for the Twizzlers. No, God. I think being as empathetic but also as horrible as I was, I think I figured out definitely before you that you had the bigger feelings. Um,
Ooh.
and I think I knew that they made you happy. And I think I just wanted to make you happy. And I don't know if I actually meant it. I just wanted to make you happy.
Holy shit! Oh god. My heart. Woo.
Someone clip Knox exploding. Thanks.
I just perished. Ooh, Nelly. Okay.
Hashtag too real.
No, actually, I can say thankfully not. But still, ow. uh, um, do we think that's the end of the scene?
I think so.
Gosh, who were the focus of?
No,
Oh,
you
was
were.
I was? Oh my god.
You were.
Oh,
We are
lost
both like.
track.
Do
What do we want to?
you do you think the scene is over?
Oh, it does say anyone can suggest it. So,
Okay.
um, okay. What do we call that?
Oh God.
Look, return.
Yeah, I didn't expect those words to come out of my mouth. I was like, oh, she didn't mean it. Oh God.
She didn't. Put it back in.
She didn't mean it. Well, she didn't not mean it, just not in the same way.
Boy.
Big oof.
Is that the name of the scene? Big oof.
Can it just be named Big Oof?
Okay. That's it.
It's like Big Oof.
That's the name of the scene. Do we want to move on to ending the game?
I think so.
Yeah, because it took us about a half hour to do that scene.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that includes like setup and all that.
Yeah.
I hear my mouth. Okay, ending the game. Blah blah blah. It's time to end it. Each character will deliver a final monologue. Fade to black. Monologues take the form as others, but you'll each ask yourself a question and answer it out loud. Group. And there are questions. These questions.
Uh-huh.
It even says these monologues may be a bit heavy, so if at all possible, be sure to give yourself some room to continue to debrief after the game has ended. Does it actually give you like debrief questions? Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like when games like this give you debrief tools because some of them really need it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lightning Kiss needs debrief tools. And,
Yup.
And the designer Quinn watched our playthrough of it and chatted a little bit on Twitter. And I can't remember the designer's pronouns, but they seem to agree. So good.
Yeah, that game's intense. Anders and I were exploding.
I know.
I wonder if that VOD's still up. I kind of want to watch that.
I watched most of that live. from
Yeah,
work.
you were like, dear God.
I know. I was like, must play immediately. Um.
Okay.
All right. Okay then. Do you want to take this monologue because it was focused on me last time, or do you? I mean, it's I. What? How are you? How are you at? How are you feeling? Oh, well,
Oh,
think about it, and I will read out loud the monologue questions. So,
okay.
so there are three monologue questions that we can choose from to answer. Uh, these questions are: what important thing about love did you learn? What awaits you in the future or your next life? Finally, how have you changed others' lives for good?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay.
Um, gosh, I'm torn between the first two questions. I really like them both, but I think I want the more I think I want more reflection
Mm-hmm.
in my monologue. So I'm gonna go with what important thing about love did you? I think I learned that um, uh, I think that through, I think that what I learned through a relationship with Joanne and trying to constantly meet her where she was, but not feeling like I was getting that that in reflection on these memories, I realized there was things I wanted, but I never vocalized them. Just got mad and accusatory, like with the gallery showing, instead of saying like what I actually was feeling, you know, or that I maybe didn't trust this person, and maybe where those feelings of distrust were coming from. Maybe I wasn't getting what I wanted in the form of whatever made me feel good and important. So that manifested in distrust and defensiveness, lashing out, and all those sort of bad things that quickly turn something toxic. Um, I think I learned that I can't be so closed off and just hope that people will anticipate my needs or be able to extrapolate based on my actions. Um, that I have to vocalize those very clearly and and uh, not let not yeah vocalize those very clearly and have the other person vocalize their needs to me very clearly as well, so I don't feel like I'm going fishing constantly.
Oof. Vocalize my own needs. What? Um. Okay. I'm gonna take. How have you changed others' lives for good? I think I am transitory. I think I come into people's lives, I make them fun for a while. Maybe they learn something from me being there, and then they're gone, or I'm gone, or both. And I just have these little microcosms of relationships with no necessarily deep feelings um, on my end, maybe on other people's, and I just make people happy by giving them what they want when they want it. And then I peace. Because whatever is at the center there that makes me not want to vocalize my feelings or my needs, that makes me all brooding and stubborn, we don't need to unpack that. Let me just make someone happy for a couple of months.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Heavy who?
Oh god. Okay. Uh well, on that note, On that heavy, heavy note.
Let me do one more card and see if it's happy. It's death reverse, so not terrible.
No.
Death upright is better, but sure, I'll take it. That means that we learn nothing. Cool.
At least it's not a tower, so. All right, let's do some debriefing after that because I have this like heaviness in my chest right now. It's wild. Gosh, I love these games. Hurt me so I can feel.
Big oof.
um. Uh. Uh. Okay. Um. Let's go through some of these questions that they sort of have at the end. I think they're pretty good. Um. So, the first question is, who would you like to appreciate? I think someone you enjoyed playing the game with, pointing towards what it was that they enjoyed most. Give multiple appreciations. This assumes because this game supports 5 players.
Yeah.
It intentionally is open to explorations of queerness and polyamory, um, but with just 2 players. That something for today, and I wouldn't mind playing this again with multiple. This is really good.
Yeah.
Much longer game though, I think.
Oh yeah.
Unless you had multiple people. Well, you could have multiple people in there. I don't know. Anyways, multiple people in scenes. I mean, um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah. So Quinn, I want to appreciate you for just being you and accepting my invite to play this game. And when I showed it to you, being on board to play it, kind of hard to know what these games are really gonna come out in the wash like. So you dive in. So thank you for having the courage to be explore these sort of layers and levels of vulnerability in this sort of game. And or going there as they say, in some of the heavier elements.
I would like to appreciate Twizzlers. Uh, no, I would like to appreciate you, Knox, for one, having me here and giving me this opportunity, and two, just like for doing what you do and putting a showcase on indie games like this because they're amazing and they don't get enough love, and also for being able to go there, quote unquote. Um, yeah, it was a great time. I mean, a heavy time that was a lot heavier the entire time than I thought it would be. But like, and we flew by the seat of our pants, and that spontaneity is it was fun, a lot of fun. You're all right, kid.
Yay! I'm a fucking kid. Grown ass woman. um, what stuck with you? Name something from the game that had an impact on you. Something you think that the whole thing, something that you think that you'll remember and take away from the game. Try to focus on the content and not so much on the mechanics. Though you can obviously speak to that if it really appeals to you.
The everything about it? Question mark.
Yeah.
The fact the thing that stuck is gonna stick with me is that we started kind of near the end and worked backwards almost. I feel like
Yeah.
because we started heavy and then got heavier, and then it was like the cute moment at the end that wasn't that cute for some people, but I think that was interesting, and that's gonna stick with me, like deconstructing a breakup or a relationship, just like maybe not romanticizing all of it quite so much, because she get ugly at the end sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I didn't connect that, but like our last scene definitely happened closer to the beginning of the relationship. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like our first scene maybe was more in the middle,
Yeah.
and then our second scene were towards the end.
Oof.
And, like communication is just really just breaking down.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to speak to the mechanics because that's what I love games. And there's been discussions around this sort of thing. What is it? Ludo narrative dissonance or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um which I think is more spoken of in video game
Mm-hmm.
contexts, but um I love games like this where the mechanics uh uh I don't know what the word is create the kind of just encourage the sort of game experience that you're trying to create. Um, you see this in Urban Shadows as well, which is something I've gushed about in the past with the individual playbooks. Um, so I loved every part of that, but I also love really the sort of like I guess I don't know if it's the point of the game or at least what I take away as sort of like the message or meaning behind the game. I mean, it does talk about it in the very beginning of the game doc. Cat, now's not the time. Oh, okay. Um, where it Jesus, hit them. Uh, where it mentions that it's a game about sifting through the memory of your lives together. Uh, it's an act of assembly, of processing, of combing through all of that which is possible to remember, meaning of things. And it even says this game emerges from a space of more of leaving behind. So I just love that there is a game that seeks to create or explore that experience of after a relationship ends and you're thinking back on it and going through all of those memories as painful as they are because there's always happy ones and then there's always the shit ones and then trying to reconcile that against your current reality and your feelings about it and all that sort of stuff. Um and uh yeah, I love that there is a game for that. I went through a really bad breakup a couple years ago and moved across country, literally across country from Florida to Salt Lake City. So, in the middle, 3 months after the end of a 5 year long relationship, um, and I did a lot of this sort of thing, and so this, and I'm sure many people have. So, but it just feels super fresh in my brain as a recent event, and so I just love that, like that is this exists, and was done so well. I could probably just rave endlessly about this freaking game. um, what will you leave behind? Is our next question. There are sometimes difficult things that we deal with when we play games. If you embodied certain narratives, sometimes it can be hard to let go of those narratives and come back to ourselves in our real lives. Say what? Okay, really? Say what, if anything, you'd like to not bring with you back into the world. What you'd like to keep here in the space of the.
Hmm.
I have something for this right away, I think.
Okay.
Um, I think what I want to leave here, uh, the narrative that I embodied, I guess it's quite answering the right question or in the right way, um, is playing someone who doesn't um is playing someone who gives more of themselves to somebody else than what they give in return. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to think about that question, but
No, that makes sense. Um, One thing I do want to say is that like there are parts of myself that came out in this that I didn't expect to come out, and I'm gonna go have feelings about them when we're done.
that's
Because
totally
they,
fair and okay.
whoo,
I mean,
haha,
I mean, same. I'm not gonna like you know pretend that it didn't.
yeah, I just there is some shit there. I want to leave the idea that I can not I want to leave Joanne. Joanne can stay there with her
Mm-hmm.
Twizzlers and her sculptor, who she probably has already broken up with. Um and just that the idea that you can be empathetic and then like also so apathetic at the same time. I want to leave that behind because I'm a pretty pretty empathetic person, and I want to leave. I don't like associating it with apathy, and like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. It seems like it's difficult to reconcile those two things.
Yeah, it's like that being that oblivious and like in your shit
Yeah.
that you would neglect someone else's needs.
Yeah, like being aware of them, but not, but making a conscious decision not to address them.
Yeah, I want to leave that behind because that's no.
Yeah. No. Uh. Yeah. Anything else that we want to address in our debrief?
um, all I can think about are Twizzlers. Um,
Yeah.
more of those.
Yeah. I mean, parts of myself completely came out this game as well. Parts of myself that I've thought about a lot since the last bad breakup. Um, but also just realizations I've had about myself, and are like, that's not what I want for me or for other people, and I can have and be better. Um, so some of those elements, they're easy to kind of pull on those strings and bring them into a role playing game. So I definitely brought some of those in with some degree of self awareness that I was. And then sometimes it was just like, oh, I'm saying a thing. Oh, fuck. Which happens in Lightning Kissed as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, no, you're gone. Come back.
Like I didn't say that. No.
Mm-hmm.
Big oof. Just I keep saying that, but just like big oof. I love these games because like obviously I love larger like tabletop stuff. But there's something so like intimate about a two-person game, and like being able to explore these things with another person is just really that interesting deep shit always comes out, and it's cathartic, I think, usually.
Yeah.
Except the times where it's not. Um yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's all I have to say. Yeah.
Okay. Um. So, to start winding us down to close this out, um, there is a additional section, extras and materials, that you can look at probably after like actually reading through the document, game document. It does encourage you to make a cozy environment, which we did not do.
Rip.
We went the whole opposite direction. Which is why at the end I was, well, that's not why at the end I had to mention good things, is because some of the questions I saw in the chorus. But I think just given its inspiration off of Asian dramas and stuff, and all of the art inside of the game document, and the inspiration that the designer took for this game versus the designer. I'm sorry that we took your game and twisted it into something else. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's really neat that these sort of principles and other types of uh, commentary on ways you can approach the game are in here. And you can really kind of approach a game in whatever way it makes sense to you in the moment. And for us, it made sense to us in this moment to play that sort of experience. So nothing wrong with it. I don't. Oh shoot! Let me open up the calendar. Do we have another? I can't remember anything because there's too much to remember, and I am but a poor wee human. I don't remember if we have a community game. Today. After
Sure.
this time slot, let me check. I don't see anything, and so if there is, it'll be on in about 5 minutes. Otherwise, otherwise, you can return back here tonight for the first of one out of two sessions. Um, uh, a a two shot in the Invisible Sun world game. I'll be a player. Dan Gaston, who's founder of this channel, will also be a player, as well as the incomparable Matthew Foreman, who has been a guest on our Invisible Sun show before, and three of one of our As the Sun Burns players is actually running the game, and then the other players are in as well, minus one, I believe. But we'll be at a masquerade, undergoing a heist.
Ooh.
So, and I haven't made my character yet. So, I have no idea how you make a Visible Sun characters. I'm terrified. Uh, Quinn, if you want to tell us where we can find you on the internet, anything you want to plug, where we post ourselves out.
Yes, hello. I am Quinn. On Twitch, I am Quintastic with 3 N's. On Twitter, it's Quintastic 3 N's 1_ at the end, which I hate. That's what happens when you have to rebrand. Let's see. I'm not sure if we have an Old Myths game tomorrow, but if we do, then we do. Depends on how our DM is feeling. He has not been well. Otherwise, that's not true. Oh, on Monday, sorry, I'm trying to remember my own schedule. On Monday, some Mondays, I have a solo TTRPG game show called Boundless, where I play solo games and feel things. So that'll be probably on Monday, and then the rest of the week I play video games. So playing Prey right now if you're into that. Yeah, I'm on the internet. It is I.
Yay, video games. Yay, Quinn.
Yay. Woo.
I'm Nox. You can find me here on Variant Roles near exclusively at this point. I'm a member of the Creative Council, which means that we vote on your proposals and provide admin support for the channel and other guidance and things, and work together, and it's a blast. I'm also here every Saturday from 3 p.m. Eastern to 6, right? I'm not in Eastern time. This is why I'm struggling. Playing indie games, romance games, or at least games that explore romance and love and all that sort of stuff. And always for the purpose of fundraising and also exposing more people to these wonderful indie games and designers. For this particular block of programming, we are, or I am, or we, or whoever, are fundraising for the Trevor Project. And there is a Tiltify campaign that you can donate at, that I've just posted in chat. I was also running a giveaway, and I hope I ran my giveaway right. And not that I have, oh, do we get a little donation too? Oh, what is that? What is the beep boop I heard? Oh, it was bits. Thank you for the bits. Bits and tips also go to, we'll also go to the Trevor Project once we get the payout for them. So I also had a giveaway running for this game, and I hope I did the giveaway right. And I didn't have to like clear out. I don't think I had to clear out the previous one. I just don't remember there being so many entries. But we're gonna just draw and see if that makes sense as to who the winner is. Oh, the winner is my partner, Quinn. Quinn, you win a copy of this game.
Huzzah!
I will go ahead and...
I didn't enter the giveaway.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, maybe this is from...
That's from Snacks.
Shit. Okay, so I did screw it up. Let's do it again. I don't know if that person entered either. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Matt wins the copy of the game because I know that Matthew Foreman entered.
Happy W. Foreman. The experience.
Yeah, the experience. So Matthew Foreman, you won a copy because the person I drew after Quinn, I don't think was here for this session either. I think they were there for the last game. So learn something about how to run giveaways through MooBot. Anyways, I will get you your copy as soon as I can. What else? Shit. I feel like something else I need to mention. Oh, next week I'll be back playing Heaven nor Hell, which had to be rescheduled from this weekend to this next Saturday. Playing Heaven nor Hell with Dan Gasson, founder of his channel. We'll be playing our Descent into Avernus characters
Ooh.
before the events of Descent into Avernus, which kind of explore the background and foundation of our characters' relationships. And then you can see our two characters pop in and out as guest spots throughout our Descent into Avernus content. I think that does it. Thank you, everyone, so much that tuned in, that donated. Lynn, thank you. You're amazing being partner through this difficult game. Thank you to the designer of Recollection. Go buy their game. Give them your money.
Yes.
It is fantastic. And this is one I definitely want to play again, especially
Mm-hmm.
with more people and get to explore that sort of element of it.
Yeah.
Um, that with that all out of the way, everyone have a great weekend. I'll see folks here later tonight, and if I don't, see you around the internet. Bye.